I'm working 24 hours a day. I'm like, bro, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, please. I want to get some sleep in sometimes.
Vill du köpa marknadens billigaste FIFA-coins, går in på golda.com, uppge rabattkoden SWED så får du en skön rabatt. Eller vill du köpa en fotbollströja, går du in på länken i beskrivningen till Sportcorner, uppge rabattkoden SWED så får du alltid en bra rabatt. Okay, what's up guys and welcome to today's show. Today's show will be a little bit special. We're going to speak English because we have a guest on the show, Dirty Mike. What's up?
What's happening, guys? Thanks so much for having me on.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. And before we starting this like interview and like talking about FIFA and everything, we're going to watch a little video from Dirty Mike's channel. So we will be right back, guys.
What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today, my friends, I'm bringing you that premium content. I'm talking about when you do a fake shot, you kind of know where the ball's gonna be afterward. Banging that home. Ooh, we're looking good. Marcelo, Bonucci. You got some decent options.
Atención, por favor. Durante el medio tiempo, sortearemos entre los miembros presentes la camiseta firmada por todo el plantel.
I don't know why we're grabbing.
Yo, what up? Ocho down here. I just played FIFA for like, doesn't matter how long. I didn't win.
Wait, we're not done. Drop a thumbs up on this video. Turn up. My name's Dirty Mike. I got a lot more flying out for you ASAP.
First off, I like to say that I love your channel, Mike. It's really nice channel. You know, nowadays everyone on YouTube is showing a lot of gameplay and like copy each other with like Road to Glory series and Fatal and so on. I'm not talking bad about that type of series, but I'm that type of guy who always like to improve my games and try to become better as a FIFA player, you know, like what formation to use and what squad to build and how to beat Park the Bus. I feel like if you have these type of questions, you are the guy to answer it on YouTube. Do you think like that's your place in the FIFA community? Like always try to help people become like better on this game?
It's kind of tricky to say because it's like a niche, right? Where everything's adapting so quickly on YouTube as well. So maybe for what you did last year works even better next year, or it doesn't have any sort of audience anymore. You talked about gameplay a little bit. Do you remember the days when people used to make FIFA content and you didn't see a face cam?
Yeah, exactly.
That was a trend. That was the thing to do. Like people were doing post commentaries, and that's what the audience enjoyed watching. And now we've seen this major shift where everything's face cam, reaction, challenges, etc. But I've always tried to combine information with entertainment. Something that I didn't like when I started going to YouTube and looking for just easy tutorials on random things like how do I tie a knot? You know, what's the best way to do this, etc., etc. A lot of those tutorials were really dry. Like, okay, here's step one. All right, step two. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was no energy to it, and I was like, man, I feel like there's room for somebody that can articulate the ideas and the information, but do it in a more personal way, where you feel like you can connect with that person a little bit too.
Yeah. Then I'll just have to say that you make it very good. You're very good at it. So.
Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, man. Really do.
And you know, always when I search for like for my answer in FIFA, it's always your videos coming up. You know, everyone is just playing like I told you right now, like series and everything. But you really show how to become better, like defending and you know everything like that. So I just love your videos, man.
You guys, I need to take y'all to the bar with me or something. Up me when we go out.
We'll book a ticket tonight.
Perfect. You guys are always welcome in Houston, you know.
Oh, but that's awesome.
Next time I go to like a job interview, I'll have you guys sit next to me like, tell him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but it's amazing, man. And I wonder another thing. You know, like you are from the UK, right?
I'm from the US.
US, yeah, okay. And in the US, the football or the soccer is not so big, right? So
it's actually growing. A lot of people have kind of a misconception. Like it's all right. For example, I support the Houston Dynamo, right? That's where I live. I live in Houston. The average attendance at a Houston Dynamo game is 22,000 people.
Oh,
yeah, that's
So,
more than most
really
of
good.
Europe.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. So like, put that into perspective. In the U.S., we're more supportive of sports than I think in most places. And just talking about sports in general, because soccer would be, or football would be our third or fourth most popular. American football is probably number one. Basketball, baseball, and then soccer or football. So just to give you an idea, and the Dynamo were terrible. So we're like,
exactly, and that's what was my like question. Like you have like basketball and you have like the American football. So I was like wondering, how did you like fell in love with FIFA? Why are you not like a NBA YouTuber? You know, you're like a FIFA YouTuber. You know.
well, my main passion was playing the game versus creating the content or not playing the video game. Excuse me, playing the actual sport. I grew up playing soccer or football, and I even did that in college. And then from there, it turned into, obviously, an interest in the game. And then interest to the game turned into, I want to create content around this game that I'm putting so much time into.
Yeah.
Where did you play in college?
I went to University of Akron, which is like a D1 in Ohio, and then I went to a Division II school for a little bit, and then I graduated from Texas A&M University. Nobody in Sweden will be able to catch any of that, so if you have somebody from the U.S. watching this,
I just shaked my head and like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I got that.
I have a question for you as well. You've made quite a few videos of your top players at FIFA 17 and stuff. Is there one player that is like above all the others?
If you're on the Xbox and you have the opportunity to use Legends, I'm not going to say one, but guys, you talk about the best players, it's not going to be a big surprise, I don't think, with me talking about it, because you're looking at the highest rated guys. Ronaldo is incredible this year. Ruud Gullit is spectacular.
Yeah, I've tried him. He's sick.
Yeah, Vieira's amazing as well. And the list kind of goes on. I really like Gareth Bale this year, but quite a few of the legends really stand out. But if you're not on the Xbox, if you're on the PlayStation, which I believe more people play on the PlayStation anyway, I just think it's a more popular console. Facts will back that up, I believe. So I'm not just speaking just to talk about things. But in the FIFA community, the Xbox has gotten so much popularity because of the additional players, of course. But if you're not including Legends, then you're looking at guys like Ronaldo, like Gareth Bale. I don't know if Messi falls into the same category with them. I mean,
I think he's too weak. Actually.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good, but
I don't like him as a wing.
No, he's more like a center or a cam or something.
I'd play him as a cam, ideally. Like, give him a chance to create. He still has some of the spectacular features that Messi offers in real life. I actually got to see him play against the U.S. in the
cool.
Yeah, that didn't go well for us. He scored a free kick though. I mean, it was a good look for Messi. But and then I'm thinking in the midfield too, people that really stand out is like a Vidal or a Renato Sanchez. Paul Pogba is on that top tier of players. Like Paul Pogba is probably pretty close to Ronaldo in terms of how much value he offers. That's a big comparison.
Yeah. But he looks amazing, Pogba.
Yeah, he does. I haven't actually tried him out yet, but
he's worth the coins. Worth the coins. You're watching,
yeah. But you know, Prince. The other guy's name is Prince, and my name is Clueless Swede. So you just know, Prince. You know, he's that type of guy. He used to have a lot of millions on the bank, and he never used it. You know, he's building like 10K squad builder, but he has like 2 million
I'm saving
on the
up
bank.
for Team of the Year actually. The market crash and everything, and then I'll buy all the players.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now is probably the best time to be using a cheap team, unless you have to play the weekend league, because you're gonna hinder yourself if you're using a cheap team in the weekend league. I don't care how good you think you are at FIFA. You're gonna get matched up against people that just have much better squads, and if they're also a good player, it's noticeable. Like even when I play somebody who's just above average, if they have Ronaldo, it's not an easy game because the dimensions he brings when they're attacking, even just on the counter.
Yeah, but that I've actually noticed this year, because the ones with the better player actually get an advantage in the games. That hasn't really been the case last year's, I think, but this year it's more.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think back to, like, in my opinion, FIFA 16 was just a very poor game for the gameplay side. But if we go back one more year, FIFA 15, I could use anybody, and I felt very confident in
like
terms
the
of being...
silver teams were OP.
Just give me Chikawi. I think that was the year of Yassin Chikawi. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. Yeah, I mean, the body feint everywhere. Like, you were good. The drag back. Life was golden. If you understood the game, you didn't need the premium team to be successful.
No. And also Ibarbo was nice.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to make friends with
Ibarbo. You know, when you're talking about like Foot Champion, I have a question for you. You know, I'm struggling a lot in Foot Champions. I'm winning about like 11 to 14 games, you know, always ending on Silver 1 or Silver 2. What do you have for like tips for me to like stepping up the last 4 games to like become in the gold, come to the gold area, you know?
So this is a good question, and it's actually something I made a video on with Boris, ironically, who is, of course, from Sweden. But we did a video together last week, and this is one of the questions I asked him is, what would you tell people if you're struggling between getting like 10, and then from 10 to 20, and then from 20 to 30, and then 30 to 40. You know, basically, how do you up your game? And we agreed that if you're having trouble before about 20 or 25, if you're not able to get 20 wins, then it all comes down to your defense. Because if you're able to be defensively sound, you're going to put yourself in enough matches to win half of them. Does it make sense? Even if you're not a great attacker, as long as your opponent's not scoring a lot of goals, here, make a mistake somewhere. There will be a rushed situation, and you can get that 20 and 20 if you're completing all 40. I don't know how many games you're playing to get to that 14 or 15, but patience, composure, defense pretty much is like the recipe for some level of consistency in FIFA.
I actually also have a question for you as well.
Talk to me, Prince.
Oh. Yeah. Awesome, he knows my name.
Yeah.
I would like to know how much out of effect the chemistry style does this year.
Well, I spoke about this also in a video recently, but I think it's one of those resources you have to use it. You should use it. I don't know if it's as noticeable between some of the higher rated players, but if you had an overpowered team, and you talked about using a 10K squad, I really feel like it's noticeable in some matches with those types of players. Like if you're using a Menez, right, or an El Sharari, and you have the correct chemistry style, there's going to be circumstances where y'all bump and you're like, damn, I noticed the physicality, or this guy is moving so fast, I can't believe that he's bursting through people like this. And I definitely think it's effective, and it's something you should use just because it's an added resource. Don't miss out on that resource. And it's not expensive. If you open any packs, you've probably got 10 or 15 of them sitting in your club right now.
Yeah, exactly. I have a question. You know, it's a lot of ways to doing like easy FIFA videos nowadays. For example, you can make like a Road to Glory series, and you know, like press record and just play. You don't. It's so damn easy, you know. You don't really have to think about it, and people seems to love it. So I like to know what motivates you to do like the videos that you do, because your videos is a lot of thinking and research with nice design, and you have like high quality. I can tell that you're putting in like a lot of work and time into your videos, so I like to know what motivates you to do that a little bit extra in your video. You know what I mean, like
I got you. I think some of it's with pride, but it's hard with YouTube. When you're growing and you see things going well, then of course that's part of the motivational side. And then sometimes it's not going that way for you. You're really struggling maybe to get the views, or people aren't seeming to appreciate it. They're just not getting notified of your videos that you put together. But I think with YouTube, it's finding the best balance, because unlike TV or movies, or even you can't like edit one video and put out one video a week and people are happy. Not on YouTube. You got to feed them a lot of content. And if you're feeding that much content, at some point you're going to have a quality knockdown. There's no way, unless you have a team, there's just no way for you to... I can't spend 10 hours editing a daily video, right? If I did that, like, I'm going to kill myself, and I'm going to be working for 16, 18 hours a day. Every day. I'll never have a break. So it's a matter of, can you find the correct balance between good enough content where everybody's happy. You're happy with what you produced, you think it's helpful, or you think it's a good video, and the people appreciate it, like, damn, alright, cool, this is a good product, it's easy to watch. But in terms of the motivational side, you know, a lot of positive comments will keep you going, even when you're not feeling like editing, or today, maybe you had a rough day in real life. Because some people don't understand this job, when you work in front of a camera, you have to perform. It's not fake, it's still... It's still you, but like maybe you had, I don't want to go too dark here, but maybe somebody got sick, you know, like somebody's sick in your family or something personal happened and you don't feel like being happy that day. And it's difficult sometimes to explain to people, like, I didn't want to upload because I didn't feel like coming on here and maybe faking something for people, or trying to put this positive energy out when I'm not feeling that way. Like, I've canceled many streams, well, not many, I've canceled a few streams because things have happened in my life outside of gaming, where I felt as if that would it would make for a bad product, because over a few hours of on a live stream you can't hide or really you can't hide how you're feeling, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of motivation, a lot of times it's the people watching your stuff. Whether it's 1,000 people that appreciate what you're doing, or it's 10,000 people, or it's 20,000 people, whatever it might be, the fact that they're there looking forward to your video on the daily, or 3 times a week, or 5 times a week, or whatever you're uploading, that's a lot of motivation. And people will tell you, people will tell you, like, maybe not every video, but you know, they'll slide in your Snapchat and be like, man, thank you so much for putting this out. I look forward to da-da-da. And that could be enough.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, you know, like if you play like a Road to Glory, what I mean is like it's so easy. It's just like starting the recording and you can just play your Road to Glory. You don't even have to think about what's the next episode is gonna be, you know. That's the easy way, you know what I mean? Like, but you are making, in my opinion, the hard way when you need to make some research, you need to play some games, because to show how to defend, or if you're making a video about how to defend, or you know, how to beat Park the Bus, you need to like doing a lot of research and have some gameplays, and that's what I mean, like you making a good job with your channel. And
I appreciate it, guys. No, I definitely try to put in more time to make sure I get the clip example, or I have the concept to the video. Like, I don't hit record and we're gonna talk about it. I have like maybe a brief guideline. I'm pretty good off the cuff because I've been doing this now for a while. But if I want to hit 5 points, I need to make sure I have those 5 points put down somewhere so I don't miss it. Or if there's something that I definitely want to talk about that I think is valuable information, I'm gonna doodle that down real quick.
Exactly. You was talking a little bit before right now here about the comments, that the comments was motivate you. I'm just gonna ask you something. You know, I'm starting my YouTube channel like 1.5 years ago, and I'm growing quite fast. You know, I have like 23,000 subscribers right now. Maybe for you in the US it's not so much subscribers, but in Sweden it's quite a lot. And with
especially for me.
and with that, I'm receiving a lot of hate right now. Have you ever experienced that, and how did you handle it?
Thankfully, because I make a lot of informative content, I feel like when you make entertaining, like hardcore entertainment content where it's supposed to be funny, you know, you're going to be hit and miss sometimes with that. People will love you when you make one where everything flows together, and then people would really dislike when you put something out where they're like, I don't agree with this, or I didn't find that entertaining or funny or whatnot. So I don't get like an overload of hate, but I will tell you the things that I get in terms of negativity would be, number one, I will get if people feel like I'm not uploading enough or something, because that's happened before, where maybe we're later in the year, I'm still uploading at least 4 videos, or people you're not live streaming enough for what they want, for their needs, or at their time, and everybody has their own self-interest involved, right? So if you can watch a live stream for a 2-hour period, and it's only during this hour and this hour, and I never live stream during that period, maybe you're upset with me, but it's just like, man, I am working right now to get enough content out there. But people will be upset sometimes about, well, I can't watch this, or I didn't like how that was. And then number 2 is, and I don't know if people just enjoy doing this off trolling, but people will come at me in terms of how good, or how, like if I lose a game, I get roasted. And I'm telling people I get tore up, and I'm sitting there like, guys, I am trying to be more of a content producer and a personality than a pro player at this point. It doesn't mean that I'm not a great FIFA player and that I have any lack of credibility at all. In fact, I'm more credible. I spend like a lot more additional time to make sure I can articulate the ideas, and it helps. Basically, the best player every year will never be the best teacher of the game. Have you ever?
Of course.
Have you ever you guys go to the gym?
I used to.
Okay, so a personal trainer at the gym. The most muscular guy in the gym is probably not the best personal trainer in there, even though he might have the best physique, right? And the same can apply in YouTube content creation and pro players. Like, we could take the best guy from last year, but is his content going to be the best? Is his personality going to work the best? Is he going to be able to connect with people? I don't know. But yeah, those are the 2 ways that I pretty much get roasted, or I get negative feedback. Is number 1, if for some reason people can't watch something or they feel like you should be doing more, because everybody feels like because you make FIFA content, you're doing the dream job. You're making FIFA content. You should be uploading. Like they are like that. Like they yell at you like, how are you not working 24 hours a day? I'm like, bro, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Please. I want to get some sleep in sometimes. You know, they do though. They don't always understand because as much as you might like enjoy playing the game, you don't always want to play it. And you definitely don't always want to edit it. So it is a grind. It really is a grind. And then 2 is going to be, Mike, come on, man. You're not even that good anymore. You lost 2 games out of your last 40. Terrible. Just terrible. I can't watch this anymore. Like,
I would do anything to get it.
And it's like, man, I'm not even trying to build a channel based around if I lose, you leave. That's a bad model. I want to build around a personality where, like, if you connect with me, if you like what you see, I like what you know, we all get along. We're building a community together versus, okay, I'm only here until you lose a game, or, oh, you didn't upload as much, I'm leaving and bouncing and whatever it might be. You don't want, you know, those types of people. That's tough. They're like the, we call it in the U.S. bandwagon.
Oh,
do you know the term? Like they're.
We'll have to think of a night. No,
it's like they're bandwagon. You're only there when things are going well, or something like that. Like, oh shit, he hasn't lost in 150 games. I'm here. That's my boy, Dirty Mike. I love you. You know. Oh man, he uploaded 14 videos this week. That's my boy. Yeah, he live streamed for like 50 hours. Hell yeah. You know. Like people are like that kind of. But when things aren't necessarily going as nicely, they're like, I don't know. I don't know if I want this.
But if we go back to the part with personality, I have to say you have a really nice personality.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, that's subjective. I mean, like, you know, I try to bring out my personality as best as I can with FIFA content, but everybody relates to different things.
But that's
you know?
awesome. I can also tell you talk really good English, but how is your Swedish?
Terrible. Give me some words. Hold on. I'll mess it up. Give me something to say.
I'll have a challenge for you then,
boy.
if you want to.
Should I write out some notes and we get a notepad? Alright, give me the challenge.
But yeah, I'll tell it really slow, and then you'll have to say the whole line once.
Can I pick the?
I'll only give you one shot. No, you can't.
Okay,
no, you can't. It's a traditional Swedish line. Are you ready?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, you have to say this. 6 laxar I en laxask.
6 laxar I en laxask. Let's leave it there. That's close. That's I won't get a better take probably than that one. That's probably as good as it's gonna get.
That was actually close. That was really good.
I mean, 100 up, 100 down is not bad. That's solid.
My latency is like 600 right now.
No. You're lying. I hope you're lying.
I actually am not.
How are you on a Skype call right now at 600 latency?
And he is mad at FIFA that he always got disconnected.
Yeah, I played Foot Champions this weekend. I got like 10 DCs.
Jeez, do you live in a village? Where do you in the mountains? Like, come on, man. Do you have sunlight where you live? 600?
Yeah, I actually live in the middle of the town.
Okay, Mike, I have a question for you. I was wondering, you know, as a YouTuber, we always set goals. You know, like I'm gonna have like 10,000 subscribers. I'm gonna have 100,000 subscribers. You know, you have reached like 200,000 subscribers. So I like to know, what is your next goal with your channel?
I think it would be amazing to get to 500,000, because I think when you get to 500,000, you have enough influence where you can shift your content if you wanted. And I think that's a beautiful place to be at, where if you want to elevate or progress or make any sort of changes, you have the ability to do it where enough people will come with you, or they should, if the content is good. And I don't say that because I want to shift content or I want to change, but I just realize how the world works. And maybe last year you liked what you were doing, and then in the next year you don't want to do that anymore. And right now you would be taking a huge gamble, for me at least, if I wanted to shift something, if I wanted to make change, if I didn't want to do anything with FIFA or tutorials or this or that, ooh, you'd probably, you might kill your channel. You might lose everything that you worked for. But that would be probably my next goal. If I can get to 500K, that'd be amazing. But you just never know. The kind of content you make might not be that interesting anymore, or maybe there's a lot more people that come in.
Deserve.
Huh?
You deserve the followers. You do. I really hope you get those subscribers.
I appreciate it, guys, but I just realistic with YouTube. You know, it's one of those things where you shouldn't get too high when good things happen, and you shouldn't get too low when bad things happen, because YouTube is a constantly changing platform. Every time YouTube drops an update, for example, then all of a sudden videos don't hit sub boxes. People are like, I'm not getting notified. Maybe your subscribers influence goes up, maybe it goes down. Just things that you don't have control over. You can't impact yourself.
So guys, this was all for today, and I will leave every link in the description to Mike's channel. I think you all should go in there and subscribe at him. He's amazing on YouTube, and he will have all the answer for you to be a better FIFA player. Thank you so thank you so much for being on the show today, Mike.
I really appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure.
And we always end with two things. We always end with what is. We like to tell our audience like what is the card of the week for you, and it should not be like a player who is necessarily play really good in the real life. It's just a card playing really good for your club right now, and who you like to share for people to buy. For example.
I like that. Hold on, I'm pulling up the list because I kept my statistics for this last FPT Champs. Nobody's seen this actually yet.
Awesome.
So if you guys want the statistics, I can drop them. Nobody has seen this. It has not been published. I took them manually. So I know who my top goal scorer was, and I know who my top assist fan was. So,
nice.
Yeah, so I've got everything down. So my top goal scorer was Bale with 27 goals in 40 games.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and my top assist player, which might be a real surprise for you, was Benzema with 20 assists.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I would say my MVP for this week, as I'm looking back on this, players that I just felt like killed it for me. I want to give y'all somebody that y'all don't see used that much or talked about nearly as often. I'm gonna go with Carrillo from the Portuguese league.
Yeah,
he's a super sub for me. He's a super sub for me in a lot of teams. 5-star skiller, you don't see him use much. He doesn't get a lot of appreciation, but he's only like 700 coins, and he is amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing this year.
Mike, you went from 100 to 10,000. Actually.
What do you mean I went to 100 to 10,000?
Percent. You went from 100 perfect percent to 10,000.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm a Benfica fan.
Oh, wow, so. Perfect. Yes, you love it. You love it. Yeah, he's good in real life too.
I love what I hear.
Yeah, but
and the second thing we always end with is for all the subscribers coming from my channel over to your channel. What do they have to expect on your channel?
Well, you can expect information with entertainment, and I'm trying to definitely mix up a lot of content this year in terms of short videos and long videos, a lot of FPT Champions content, kind of everything in between. It's all going to be FIFA based, but I always try to focus on, as you guys are aware, having information you can get from every video, not always in the traditional format of a tutorial, but then also having entertainment and like you can get some personality. I talk about food a lot. If you watch a lot of my videos, I don't know why, but when I start talking, food comes up to my. I don't know if I'm hungry when I'm doing commentaries or playing, but yeah. One of my most. Oh, actually, I got a question for you. Before we leave, I got a question for you. Speaking of this,
shoot.
What are your top 3 cereals? Both of you guys.
Oh.
Take a moment. These are important. I'll help you out here. So I'll give you my top 3, and then you can follow it up. All right. So number 1, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Very common. Everybody got a lot of love for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 2, Apple Jacks. And number 3, this is like my debatable here. I like honeycomb a lot. I grew up on it. I don't know if you guys have any of the same cereals, but
I've never heard of any of them, but I like Cheerios.
You've never heard of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, we don't have that in Sweden.
Oh my God, it's one of the most popular.
Wait, I will watch in my kitchen what we have. That's the only stuff we have in Sweden.
That's crazy. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is as popular as Cheerios. Here.
We have like Kuddar and Kellogg's.
Okay.
That's about it.
What was the first one? You have Kellogg's and what?
Cornflakes.
Yeah, cornflakes, classic. So our Cheerios are classic. So Apple Jacks is basically cinnamon toast, or it's not cinnamon toast, cinnamon Cheerios.
I find the cereals in Sweden. When you see this video, you can watch this, and it's like some jello corn with sugar on it.
Sounds like corn. Pop.
Kalaspuffar eller?
Pop.
No. Det är vanliga flingor.
This man pulled out cereal right now. You have it in your room or what?
Yeah. No, I'm in the tvättstuga. Oliver, how do you say it?
Washing room.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
wait, you have Cheerios in your laundry room? Or cereal in your laundry room?
I was running to the kitchen.
Pantry. I bet you is what the word is. Pantry.
Yeah. Probably.
No, in Sweden we don't have. In Sweden we don't have. We have some couple of different cereals, absolutely. But you know, it's not that big in Sweden. Some people eat it, some people don't. You know, it's not like big.
It's more like eggs and sandwiches, actually.
Yeah. I've never been to Sweden. It's on my to-do list. I've got a lot of friends there, and
yeah, you have to come.
I've traveled to so many places and just never had an opportunity to go to Sweden. I mean, I've always wanted to go to. I want to say, isn't DreamHack is it in Sweden?
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to DreamHack and just never had the chance to. I think actually it's next week, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I think they have a FIFA event as well, so maybe this would have been the time if I was really grinding it so heavy where I had a few days off or something. But yeah.
And thank you so much for being on the show today, Mike. Taking your time.
Absolutely, man. I'm happy to do this. And hey, guys, in the comments on this video, top 3 cereals. Somebody else has to have more cereal like love than you guys. All right, you guys, Cheerios and Kellogg's, cornflakes.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
I will say it in Swedish. Skriv era topp 3 cornflakes här nere i beskrivningen. Helst på engelska så Dirty Mike kan förstå. So you will understand what they write, you know. So,
exact.
Have a nice day and see you in the next video.
Peace.